So you applied a matte primer and foundation because you wanted your makeup to be sweat proof and to last longer throughout the day. But by the end of the day, your makeup looked so dry and cakey on your skin. Or you applied a dewy primer and foundation for that luminous glow, but by the end of the day your skin and your foundation ended up looking so greasy and oily and started to separate. Well, that's because you're not using a suitable primer and foundation for your skin type. But you probably knew that already. What you don't know is your skin type and how to actually be able to tell if you have oily or dry skin. And that's why in this video, I'm going to explain in the simplest form how to be able to tell your skin type. So stay tuned and keep on watching. First things first, why do you need to know your skin type? Well, amongst other things, our skin is made up of pores and glands. Now, these glands consist of the sweat glands and the sebaceous glands, also known as the oil glands. These glands are responsible for producing your sweat and your oil on your skin. The pores, on the other hand, help you to secrete that sweat and oil from those glands. So the size of these pores differ for each individual, for each person. There are some pores that are smaller than normal, some pores are larger than normal, while some pores are normal size. And this difference in pores also affects our skin's needs, especially in areas of skincare products and complexion products. So different products are made to cater for the needs of these different skin types so that you can be able to achieve the best results for your skin. Now, we have 5 major skin types, and your skin type definitely falls into one of these categories. We have the dry skin, we have the oily skin, we have the combination skin, and we have the normal skin, and finally we have the sensitive skin. The first skin type we have is the dry skin. For this type of skin, your pores are a bit smaller than normal. So even if your glands produce oil that is supposed to provide moisture to your skin, your pores are unable to allow it to sift through the surface easily. And I like to think of this as a colander in comparison to a basket, where the holes in the colander serve as the pores for dry skin and that of the basket serve as the pores for oily skin. The next skin type we'll be talking about is the oily skin, and now it's just basically the opposite of the dry skin. So the pores are larger and allow for the oils that are produced by the glands to be able to pass through easily to the surface of the skin. But this is all on the spectrum, and what I mean by that is that 2 people can have dry skin, but one has significantly smaller pores than another person. 2 people could have oily skin, but one has a skin that's closer to a normal skin than another person that has a significantly larger pore that is way more oily. And the third skin type we have is the combination skin, and as for this type of skin type, it simply means that you have both characteristics of dry skin and oily skin. So some parts of your skin are dry while some parts of your skin are oily, and this is where you commonly hear the word T-zone area. So what's the T-zone area? The T-zone area is the area on your skin covering your forehead down the bridge of your nose to your nose and the sides of your nose, including your nasolabial area. And this is the area that tends to get oily the most in people with combination skin, while the other parts of the face, like the perimeter of the face, may appear to be dry. A common misconception, especially amongst people staying in hot and humid weather, is that everyone has either an oily skin or a combination skin. But even though most people actually have oily to combination skin, not everyone has it. The next type of skin we have is the sensitive skin. Now, this type of skin tends to react easily with products, and we have certain skin conditions like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, and so on. Now, I like to classify the sensitive skin type under the oily skin as an extreme end of the spectrum of oily skin, while the dehydrated skin type on another extreme end of the spectrum of dry skin. And finally, we have the best skin types, literally God's favorite, the normal skin type. Your skin doesn't need help with hydrating or controlling the oils or protecting it from becoming sensitive, because the size of your pores are normal size and it allows for adequate production and distribution of oils on the skin surface. Now that we've had a crash course on the different types of skin type we have, let me show you how to find your exact skin type. And honestly, you will not believe how simple it actually is. So the first thing you want to do is to wash your face. You could do this while having a shower in the morning or anytime you prefer, and all you need is a mild cleanser, face wash, or a mouth soap. And I like to use the African black soap, Dudu Oshun, and just wash my face like normal. After washing your face, you want to do two things: let it air dry and don't apply anything. No skincare products, no moisturizer, nothing. Next, you want to wait for about an hour and just chill. Don't do anything strenuous or anything that's going to cause you to sweat, like going out into the sun. Then after an hour, you want to take a big table mirror. Any mirror is fine, but something big and hands-free is more preferable, so that you can be able to look closely at your skin and examine your pores, which is the next step we're going to be doing. So now the next step is to take note of how your skin looks and feels while looking into the mirror. Don't overthink it. Just take note of how your skin looks and feels. Your skin looks very ashy and flaky and feels very rough and tight, so much that all you want to do is to actually apply a moisturizer as soon as possible. Then you have dry skin. If your skin looks greasy, like it has a thin film of oil covering it, not sweat, just a thin layer of oil covering it, or it doesn't feel dry at all, then you have oily skin. And if you see certain areas of your face, like your forehead and your nose glistening while the perimeter of your face exhibits symptoms of dryness, then you have combination skin. But if you do not have any of these symptoms and your face does not look very dry or very oily, or you don't feel like you need any moisturizer, which you do, then you probably have a normal skin. And finally, you can also identify your skin type by looking closely at your pores. The more visible the pores, the more likely you are to have oily to combination skin, depending on where the pores are more visible at. And voila, we have figured out your skin type. Now that you've figured out your skin type, we need to figure out the right type of products that your skin needs. And it is very simple. All you have to do is pay a little more attention to the labeling of the product, because there are certain things to look out for that signify the particular type of skin that that product caters to. Now, if the product has terms like dewy, luminous, hydrating, then that product caters to dry skin. On the other hand, if a product has terms like matte, oil-free, poreless, non-comedogenic, then that product caters to oily skin. There are also certain ingredients that you can look out for, but as a beginner, this is the basics of the basics for you to be able to get the right complexion products for your skin type. Because if you are not able to get the right complexion products that are suitable for one another and suitable for your skin type, then you're going to have issues or problems with achieving a flawless base. And that is one of the reasons why your makeup does not look flawless. But I also tackle other reasons why you might be having problems with your base makeup in this video here, so make sure you check this video out. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in this video. Bye bye. And this is where you, so some parts of your skin are dry, while some so some parts of your damn it. Next, you want to wait for about hour